Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 114. It's your boy A Dub, and I'm joined by a very special guest today, Pops in the building.
Good evening.
um, all right, we see some slackers in here already. You know, this is the little pre-intro, but go ahead and get some disclaimers out of the way. Strizzy had a little bit of some things he needed tiding to. Of course, you know, there are life events bigger than our Say Like a Champ. So he may or may not join us in from out in the field. But for now, you got your boy A Dub, and then you got Pops holding it down with me as well. So we like to thank you for being here. You know, we're gonna hit our topics. It'll be less than an hour tonight. Big things going on with the Wrold Series currently in progress. The Braves are on the brink of their title, their first title since 1995. Are they gonna get it? We'll find out together, possibly, or maybe we'll find out tomorrow. We'll see what's up. So I do want to say welcome in to Moms. Happy November. We got the champ, Kelly Williams. We'll be talking about her really soon. I can't believe it. This is not a typo. This is not an error. We rechecked. We double checked. She has won for the third time in a row. So we'll go ahead and give her some claps for that. We'll talk more about that in a second. We got the other A-Dub, Anthony Weston, checking in. What's good? What's good? And then Stephanie Washington, thank you for being here. And Pops is the couch guest. She says, hey, Pops. So that's what's up. Last one, let's check in. Grace, love this duo. Hello. What's up, Grace? We appreciate you being here with us. So, all right. We appreciate the comments, like, subscribe. We appreciate your time. And yeah, let's go ahead and make this thing official. All right, we'll cut it right there. Oh, my bad. I was mixed up a little bit. I was supposed to do the starting soon and then the intro, but you know we're the king of the double intro. We're cracking up though. Pops is over here doing Strizzy's dance moves in the background, so we'll leave it at that. We're probably checked in. It's now official. But before we move forward, we do have to bring one more member of the panel, our special friend, Mad Marcus. What's good? What's good?
What's up? What's up? Ain't good. I just
Oh,
seen something on the Word Series and I'm sick. So
oh no, we got an update already.
yeah, that's probably over, man. But
Oh
it's
wow.
on. It's on. We on football. Forget baseball. Baseball's
Okay, yeah.
over.
Let's
So
go ahead. Let's roll into our next topic. Let's delay that pain for you for a little bit. But we will be giving some updates. I'll be checking on that in just a second. But let's go with some OG NFL talk. Let's get it started. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Oh, tune to NFL talk. Let's get it. All right, NFL talk. Let's go ahead and bring up our graphic and get this thing rolling properly. Oh no, where did Marcus go? Okay, there we go. So, the NFL talk. So today was the trade deadline. There were a few different moves that I wanted to discuss with you guys. See if there's any real difference makers here at the trade deadline. Then we'll talk some injuries. We'll talk a thrilling Thursday night football game. And but before we do all that, we will give one more time props to Kelly, aka Here for the Snacks, with the Week 8 winner. She was 12-3 this week, and the next closest person had 10. So she is really doing her thing. But I will have to say, she gave credit to us. She said we're her source of information, and we're the reason why she's doing so well. So I'll take a little bit of credit for that. Keep doing your
I don't
thing,
know about
Kelly.
this week though. This week has some shockers, so she did it on her own.
Yeah. She only missed a couple. You know, she only missed 3. So I was very surprised by that. And like I said, we got to get her up on that BetMGM app to see if we can start making some money. But trade deadline, let's go ahead and jump in with the first one. Anthony Weston is ready to talk about this one. The Kansas City Chiefs did trade for Melvin Ingram. He didn't really do much for the Steelers. Hopefully he can help their pass rush a little bit. So what do you guys think of that, though? What do you think about Melvin Ingram moving over there?
I think he's got plenty of juice left. He just didn't work in the Steelers system for whatever reason. But anything is an upgrade to the Chiefs defense, so definitely an upgrade.
Yeah, I feel you. That's what it's looking like for sure. Marcus, how do you feel?
I don't think it's a big deal. He only one person. He's still not better than Chris Jones. So and they still horrible. So I don't think
Right.
it's gonna be that big of a difference. We'll see though.
we'll see. Hopefully, since it's a DN, Chris Jones can move back towards the middle and stuff. So maybe that helps.
But he's a
Another notable.
linebacker though, right? Or is he DN?
Well, he's a linebacker, but he really just does pass rush. He's really
Oh,
more
okay.
just like a D end, in my opinion. That's mainly what he does at this point. So, another D end though. Let's talk about Von Miller to the Rams. Marcus, what was your opinion on this one? A couple high draft picks in exchange for Von Miller going to the Rams.
Yeah, I think it's cheating. So I don't like it.
They're
That's
stacking
gonna
up too much, or what?
yeah, that's gonna make them win the whole thing because that defense is already good, and you add another guy over there, so it's gonna be hard to double like AD now and Darnold because you got Von Miller over there. So I
Right,
don't know,
and
man.
you got the
I
Georgia
don't
boy Leonard Floyd on the other side. Their defense is
yeah,
going to be scary.
I don't like it, but hey, it happens.
Yeah.
So
I did hear there were some other teams in the mix, but the Rams went for the most offer. I do think this is a boomer bust move for the Rams. They're like, let's get this thing done. And they
right,
are hosting the Super Bowl this year. So we'll
yeah,
see. But, Pops, what did you think about that one?
I think it was a big move. And like you said, the Rams are all in. They're paying Ramsey, one of the highest paid cornerbacks, if not the highest paid. Donald, one of the highest paid, if not highest paid, defensive tackles. You go trade for Miller. They're trying to win a Super Bowl. You went and got Stafford. You gave up a ton to get him. They're over the cap, probably out of draft picks. They're trying to win it all this year, and they have a great team. But the problem for them is the Dallas Cowboys are back, and they're not even going to get out of the NFC. So, great try, but not going to get out of the NFC.
you're right.
I hope you're right for sure, too. Yeah, the Cowboys are looking good. They got the big win. We'll talk about that when we look at the scoreboard in a second here. But they got their win. But a
And
couple other people.
The
Oh,
Rams did let go Deshaun Jackson today too.
yeah, that was interesting. They were looking for a trade partner. I guess they were mutual, like they were gonna let him go somewhere and didn't get anything. So we'll see if he signs somewhere, gets scooped up by somebody maybe. Um, Another notable trade that didn't happen or whatever. What one we were watching was Deshaun Watson. He's gonna be with the Texans now for the rest of this year, and it looks like he's just gonna be sitting in no man's land. NFL still doesn't have enough information to make a ruling, so it really sucks to just see a year of his career wasted. If he was going to be suspended, then suspend him or do something. But it looks like nothing's going to really happen with that this year. We'll see. Another interesting trade, though, another Ingram, Mark Ingram going back to the Saints. He actually played this Sunday, so that was kind of cool. I think that they could use that duo, and we'll transition that into the injuries. Jameis Winston going down. That sucked. You know, he wasn't playing well enough, in my opinion, to like really like cement it. You know what I'm saying? He still needed to like keep going a little bit, and it sucks that he has this injury. So I wonder where he'll be at if they're going to just move on from him next year.
Right, and drop somebody.
Yeah, either that or go after,
Russell
yeah.
Wilson.
So hopefully that's not the end of like significant football for Jameis Winston, but he was acting a fool, dancing on the crutches in the locker room post game. I don't know if you guys saw that video. So at least he seems to be in high spirits. More injury though. We got the little ambulance there. Derrick Henry out for likely the year. That's a blow for the Titans for sure. And Adrian Peterson, they're actually signing him to the practice squad. And I think this will be dope. Like Adrian Peterson is just like father time himself, like now at this point. But I feel like he could probably be productive.
It's over for Adrian. He ain't don't do nothing. So.
You don't think he's gonna see the field?
That's no waste of time. I should let somebody else that playing that want to play. He ain't gonna do nothing.
Let me say this, Marcus. How many games are left? 10 now?
Something like that.
10
like
games left.
Yeah.
He hasn't played in a while, so he's in great shape. Like AJ said, he's father time. 10 games, he's going to get close to 1,000 yards.
That would be dope. I would love to see it.
But he's going to get at least 800.
He didn't do anything when he was at the Cardinals. He wasn't even starting with the Lions when he went there last year.
But he did really well for them. And when he was with the Redskins, he did really well. And I believe that the Titans have a very, very good line. And they like to run the ball. He's going to get carries. He's going to get 15 to 20 a game. He's going to end up with 800 yards, I'm going to say, or more.
If he stays healthy, I think he could probably do that, yeah.
I still think he going to even start.
Anthony West said Adrian Peterson's turning into Kevin Ollie with these teams. It's so funny. He has played for a lot, but
that's true.
J.J. Watt, this is not really a surprise. This is kind of typical for him, but he's out.
Yeah, he a burglar. He's robbing people and stuff.
Yeah, he's still just cashing checks and never playing games.
Yeah.
But the sneaky one is Kyler Murray, though. I think that, I don't know what his status is going to be for next week's game.
He gonna play, but if you watch the games, I don't understand. It happened to him last year. He got hurt, and they still got him running the ball. I don't understand why he's still running a lot.
Yeah, they need to protect
So
him
it's
more.
just weird to me. That's their fault. So I don't know.
Yeah. Pops, what do you think? Is Murray okay? Are you worried?
I think he to me he looks like he's hurting a little bit, and again, the coaches probably are telling him not to run, but those
Oh,
guys, it's
okay.
just instinctive, and they
Yeah.
do it, and sometimes they get hit, and he's small. He's not a big
Small.
guy,
Yeah.
and when he takes a hit, he takes a hit.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully he can learn sooner than later. But yeah, that's what we were talking about even earlier in the year is like, can he stay healthy the whole time? So hopefully he does. But we will see. Some
Hey,
others.
Jay, hang on real quick, but you have the ambulance up there. Does that have something to do with the rugs in the event also?
Oh,
That's
see, no.
unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to mention the rugs when I didn't have the ambulance next to it necessarily connected to that. I didn't want to be too insensitive, but that was a sad incident. You know what I'm saying? Very, very concerning event last night. Henry Ruggs, he was involved in a fatal crash, and he's being charged with a DUI, and he's facing actually 2 felony charges as a result of the accident where someone unfortunately lost their life. So,
Yeah, that's tough.
yeah, that's just a bad situation, but he's going to have to live with those choices that he made, and we'll see. Obviously, it impacts his playing career. Pretty big, at least immediately.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
Probably won't play again because he wasn't even a big factor this year, or what he's supposed to have did yet. So
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
But I think the severity of it, and again, I don't know all the details yet, but the police said when they arrived, the other party's vehicle was on fire and the female operator of that vehicle was deceased. So for him to hit her hard enough for her car to catch fire and for her to die in that manner,
yeah,
they said that the jail time for this is 2 to 10. He's getting 10 as far as I'm concerned. The family and the public outcry,
yeah,
he's going to get the higher end of that. So his playing career is done.
yeah.
I think he'll get 5 because he got money and they're gonna help him out a little bit probably, but I don't think he'll get the full 10.
Yeah,
But it's either way, in 5 years, he's not going to be
Yeah,
any
you
good.
still done. Yeah,
he's
I agree
right.
with you, though. I think his career is over.
yeah,
So
Yeah,
and it's just
unbelievable. But again, Uber, there's so many transport. You're in Las Vegas,
so
limos. There's so many other
Yeah.
things you could have done, and you're out driving a speedy Corvette while you're impaired.
And I still don't understand with these organizations. It should be mandatory and stuff like that. They should, when you're going out, you should let somebody know, and you should mandatory you can't drive.
Well,
like
the NFL actually does offer a
do.
car service to
Right.
every player, complimentary. But the thing is, a lot of players they don't want to use it because they feel like the NFL.
That's what I'm saying.
I
I think it should be mandatory though. When you're going out, if you're gonna go out to a club and something like that or a party, it should be mandatory. It shouldn't be no. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It should be mandatory.
But I don't
And
think
you got.
I don't
Yeah,
think
you could. I think you could.
Gets home. I don't think you can because again, he's going to say, "I don't want the NFL in my business." Who was in the car with him? There was a woman in the car with him who they said they're not releasing her information right now. So again, it's a privacy thing. I don't want Roger Goodell driving me home. After
I wouldn't even. No, I wouldn't even say Roger. I'm saying the organization. Each team, like during the season, like you on bye week 2, it's mandatory. Like you guys going out, if you're gonna go out to the club, you let us know. It just to me, it keep you safe and it keep the team safe and players. I don't think that's a big deal. I think it will work out.
I like the idea.
When Dez got in trouble all that time, he said
they had him a chaperone basically,
and he never got in trouble again. He was good for the rest of his time he was with the Cowboys. So I just think it just some players it should help out like that. So.
Now I agree if the team is doing it. I think that's why players don't accept the service because they don't trust the NFL and don't want them knowing their business. But I like that idea, Marcus, that maybe the teams should be reaching out and saying, "Hey, dude, when you get ready to go home, we'll send you a car."
Yeah.
I like that.
I think it'd be good for those guys. I didn't let them know where you're going into so they can kind of. I don't know. It just that's tough right there though. His life is over pretty much. So I don't know.
Yeah, and the even worse part about it is someone else's life is over for those same choices.
Yeah.
So I do want to get to a couple of comments here. Trevor, welcome Trevor to the show. We haven't seen you yet tonight. Thank you for being here. He said he's done. He talks about how the players need babysitters for real. Coming from nothing to having so much. Stephanie Washington said he had a car accident here a few months back, driving too fast, but he wasn't charged.
And the other crazy thing is, they said his best friend died in a car wreck, and every time he scores a touchdown, that tribute he does is to his friend.
Yeah, that
And
happened
then
when he
you
was at
kill somebody
Alabama.
in a car accident. That's very ironic to me.
Yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, definitely. Let's move on to the scoreboard from there. But yeah, we definitely did want to touch on that. That is sad news, though. Definitely, that was breaking earlier today.
Also, shout out to the Cardinals for losing their first game too. That's good.
Yeah, we put them upside down over there. You know what I'm saying? The Packers took care of that. So that was a crazy game too. The ending of that game, just the way it went down. Kyler Murray throwing that last second interception, that was crazy.
But it was crazy how it was the same play the Cowboys did. It was the same thing. Like he turned around, caught the ball. I think AJ Green turns around and did the same thing, same play.
Exactly. He just wasn't even ready. How are you not ready for the ball? That you're a wide receiver. So
and AJ and I picked opposite on this game, so we were like going at it and down the stretch. We were hollering.
He was cheering for the Cardinals so hard.
It was crazy in the man cave.
Yeah, exactly. Pops was cheering for the Cardinals so hard. Never hear him cheer for the Cardinals like that before. But yeah, so it was pretty good. Definitely want to welcome Onk to the show as well. What's good? Thank you for being here. But yeah, so looking at these other ones, not too many crazy surprising ones, but the Eagles Lions, that threw me off. I picked the Lions. I thought they were gonna do something this week.
Me too. Like this will be a game to win. It was time to do that, but it didn't happen.
The Jets
and the Buccaneers too.
Oh yeah, the Buccaneers. That was a big upset. The Saints got it done, especially the second half having a backup quarterback. They just have Tom Brady's knack, like the same thing kind of happened last year, middle of the season. But I think the Buccaneers aren't too worried about it. I'm not too concerned about that one. I don't know. But the Jets Bengals, that was a fun game.
Shocker.
Yeah, I think the Bengals had a little bit of a letdown after that big win against the Ravens. Got slipping, especially against this dude Mike White, who nobody ever heard of before last week. A backup, So but one other thing I did want to mention, I forgot to mention about the Jets too. They hired Zach Wilson's quarterback coach, his personal quarterback coach, now as one of the assistant coaches on the actual Jets organization. I guess they're thinking that's going to help him, through some of his struggles. I think that's kind of weird because they already had a quarterback coach and things like that, but that just shows the level of investment I guess they're willing to make for him. And then one other transaction I forgot too, with the Packers, they did cut Jalen Smith today. A few weeks after the Cowboys had cut him and they signed him.
Something's there that we don't know. I don't know why they don't tell us what happened. Something's going on.
Yeah, definitely. I think somehow he lost a step in like a few short months.
Did he play one? He played one game, right?
Yeah, I think he had like 16 snaps for them. They said something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, they said he played 2 games. He had 17 snaps in one, 13 in the other, or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And 1 tackle in those 30 snaps. So, yeah, something's happened. I don't know what it is, but I still think that some coach ought to be able to get something out of what that guy I see on the field. He still has good movement, decent quickness. I think the Chiefs should take a shot at him.
Yeah, but
what do you think about that, Wesson?
There was an interview before they let him go, and it looked like something was wrong. Like he was super like hype and like, know what I'm saying, doing something like that. So I think something was going. I think something was going on. I think too. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Anthony Weston says go to the Chiefs. He'll scoop him up for free. Try to take him a chance.
Cowboy linebackers leave us and go there and play well. So
Hitchens, exactly. So yes,
Wilson did the same thing. They broke out rings.
Yeah.
So
what did you guys think about this outcome too? Trevor, Chargers are killing me these last couple of weeks. That was a great game. Chargers Patriots coming down to the wire there. But I was impressed. I'm impressed with Mac Jones, the way they're handling themselves. They don't have a lot of weapons as far as wide receiver on offense, but they're scoring enough points to get it done. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and last night, I don't know, man, about those Chiefs, man. I don't know what's going on. But that win was good for them. People say it was a great win for them because they lost that game. They're out of the playoffs. So I still think they might not make the playoffs because they're
playing like that.
Coming up.
Yeah.
But if they could get in, like I said, they sneak in and they'll still be good. Because when we play, I still think it's gonna be a hard game for us because they're receivers and our secondary. So I think it's gonna still be a tough game for us. Who knows what happened in that game? But last night they had to win that game last night because they lose that game last night. I think that season's over with. But so I think they win that game, they'll be all right. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's really going on. Defense not good, but Patrick Mahomes, he got 10 picks. So we'll see what's
Right.
going on with
I
that.
think the turnovers and just like so many opportunities watching the game last night, and we're just like any old Chiefs team would have blown this team out. Like they
Mhm.
would have they had so many opportunities to extend the lead, to pounce on them, and then they find themselves down having to come back against the Giants is kind of crazy. So I don't know. What did you think about that one, Pop? So
No, we watched it. Great, like you said, it's unbelievable that Mahomes is struggling and he's just in a funk. And when you're in a funk like that, every tip ball goes the wrong way. Instead of like our tip ball, we caught it because we're on a good streak. Their tip balls are going to the defender, but they won the game, which is the most important thing. And I'm with you, Marcus. If they get in the tournament, they're gonna be dangerous and can easily win it all.
yeah. So they'll work it out. I do like that the running game was a little bit last night. So hopefully they'll do more of that too and keep it balanced and help Mahomes and avoid some of those turnovers.
I think also too the reason why they're struggling too is because I think they kind of figured them out a little bit from last year because they won the Super Bowl. They don't score 3 points, and then this year they kind of doubling. They kind of taking out Kelsey out of the game.
Everybody's
And
following
then,
that blueprint. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then Tyreek, you gotta throw it deep to him. That's not working either. So that's that bread and butter. So I think they gotta get Pringle and like Hardeman. Those guys get them more involved, and then I think it'll open up for everybody else. But
Yeah.
like I said, I think they'll be straight though. So we see how they go.
I agree, and I think they need to get Josh Gordon more involved. That is a big dude. That is
I forgot to have
fast.
Josh Gordon.
Yeah, they have him now. And then again, this kid that was running, we were like, "Who is that?" And we were like, "That's not Frank Gore. We know he retired,
Right.
But that
It's
young
Gore,
kid,
yeah,
they
number 40.
found the running back that they didn't even know they had. So they need to keep running him, throw it to that other fake running back, and then they'll be fine."
Yeah.
And then Mahomes and that stuff he normally does, he didn't start doing that when they up. Now when you can't win a game, then you can't do all that crazy stuff. But when you up big, he can start going back to that. But I think he says go to the simple stuff, like kind of like passing down to the running backs and little stuff like that, and open it up. But I think they'll be okay though too. But they got to win one of these games out of the Chiefs and the Pack. The Rays and the Packer game too though. They gotta win one of those games. So.
Yeah, got a tough couple coming up there. Anthony Weston, he says Patrick's not being patient enough, and we're going away from the run too early. I agree with that. Unc also said Von Miller traded the Rams. Yeah, we did touch on that one, Unc, and we think that's pretty legit. What else was there? Steelers beating the Browns. That was pretty cool, I guess. The Steelers just somehow find a way to keep winning games, staying relevant somehow.
Odell trying to get out of there too. His dad even trying to get him out of there, so it ain't working.
Yeah,
yet,
Odell Beckham Jr.'s dad posted a video of all the times Baker Mayfield basically just ignored him when he was wide open.
That tells you a lot about Odell Beckham Jr. That his daddy's a jerk, just like he is, and they're both idiots. And I hope they do trade him. He's not a great receiver. I was
just about to say that. I was going to let you finish. He's not that great, so
exactly.
That's why
He's made great, incredible catches.
Exactly. He made one of the greatest catches in the NFL history while being interfered with. But he's not a great receiver. He is a cancer on every team he goes to. And I think he's a third receiver. He has value.
I think he's that third receiver. If he's on a good team, he'll be a third receiver. I think he'll play good on a good team. But a team that needs him to be that guy, he's not going to do it. So
no, but the thing is, he's on a good team and he's causing problems. They thought Landry is his friend. He'll go there. He'll straighten out. No, get that idiot off your team and you'll be better. He is a cancer everywhere he goes, and he's not that good.
Stevie said, "LMAO, like father, like son." That's too funny.
And Baker Mayfield, two idiots. Baker Mayfield is very emotional too, so I'm pretty sure he's seen that. So he's really not gonna throw the ball now.
Right. Yeah. He's kind of petty too. Yeah, exactly. He's like, you see all my commercials. You know what I'm saying? All right. I think that's about it, though. We wanted to touch on. Oh, Panthers. We got to give Trizzy's Panthers a shout out for sure. You know what I'm saying? They snapped the 4-game losing streak. They beat the Falcons. That's a division foe. So I was happy about that. But that was right when I finally lost faith in them and stopped picking them. You know what I'm saying? Now they want to win. So. But we definitely got to give a shout out to Strizzy. I don't even know if he's excited about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's looking for draft picks or what. So we'll see.
We got a new person at the bottom.
Oh, Joan. Joan says sounds like Marvin. Hey, Joan, welcome back,
Joan.
Yeah. Thank you for joining the show. And I did get an invitation for something from you, and I'm down. I'm in, Joan. I'll talk to you about that later. But yeah, so welcome to the show. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, shout out to the 49ers too. Even though in that game, the Bears, you know what I'm saying, they actually had a lead for a little bit, and Justin Fields showed some signs of life, had a big run. That was cool. But the Bears are pretty bad though. So
And a side note too, do you guys ever watch the Peyton Manning and his brother on the Monday Night
we
Football?
watched that exclusively.
Yeah,
Yes.
I watched. I like that better than watching the other broadcasters. So it's kind of cool how he did. I just found out I can watch. I thought it was some private thing, but I found out
Yeah,
yesterday.
no,
So I'm
yeah,
just
it's just
watching it.
ESPN2 instead. And yeah, we watch that every time. The only thing that sucks is that they took a couple week break and they're taking another break.
Oh, they are.
But I do
Okay.
think that they are better than the broadcast. The Monday Night Football
Yeah, way
commentators
better.
are terrible.
And how they bring the
Um,
guests on, the guests is always cool too. They be bringing on.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it is funny, and I love the fact that they're just like always joking at each other and picking at each other the way they do. So I think that's one of the best things ESPN has done in a while. Honestly.
Yeah, and I think it should do it too with basketball too. You know, it should be some old
Like a
school
hangout
players.
one, yeah.
Yeah, like some players we should be able to pick, you know, and then go from there. But because sometimes I don't want to hear Reggie Miller or Chris Webber, so I'll really
I
have a
think the
chance to go
basketball
somewhere
ones are
else.
bad too. I don't like what's his name either. The other coach brother, the
Or
skinny
Gundy,
brother,
Jeff Van
Van
Gundy.
Gundy, Jeff Van Gundy.
Yeah. I don't
Hey,
like.
Marcus, I have a question. Who
Yes,
did
sir.
you like better, Peyton or Eli?
Easily is Peyton because Eli was the division rival, so I had to go with Peyton.
But on the
Eli
show
was
though,
hard.
what about on the show?
Oh, on the show, I'm going with Eli all day.
Me too.
Yeah, all day.
Dad loves Peyton though, but
I'm
with
a little
Eli's funny
brother.
to me.
I'm a little brother, so I don't know where he's coming from. So I gotta go with the little brother. So
That's funny.
especially
Yeah.
the way he was eating that chicken last night, like he called him out.
That
and
was
they
too
showed
funny,
it.
yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was too funny. They showed Peyton grubbing down on some chicken. He should have
I mean,
known
he
better
ate
than
that
to
whole
stay
thing
and eat in front of the
like
camera
5.
like that.
Yeah.
So,
but they did a shot of their like spot. That's a cooler spot he got in there too, though. It's like a
yeah,
garage type.
his setup is
whatever.
like a garage. He has the car parked inside. It's got like a
Man, it's
bar, all those
nice.
chairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Anthony West says they're both funny. Trevor says he loves Van Gundy. Man, I don't see it, man.
Which one? Which one do you love?
Both are horrible. Neither can coach.
I like Big Van Gundy better though. For me personally, he's cool. He's all right.
Me, neither can coach nor call a game.
Because they never call them. They never talk about basketball. They always talk about something else.
Their career, what they want to do to change the league. It's like you didn't do anything when you went in the league.
Yeah.
Just like you showed with New Orleans last year. You can't coach. Get back. Step down.
Get back. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, that's the perfect segue then. I think that's the perfect segue to our next topic. Let's go ahead and get it going. All right, NBA talk. Let's go ahead and pull that back up. So it's still early, you know what I'm saying? It's not a lot to talk about, but I figured I'd put the early standings on there real quick so you guys can kind of just see where everyone's at. And then we would do a quick update on our win play list. We have a new player joining the win play club, and that is Zion Williamson. They showed him the other day. He was looking healthy, you know what I'm saying? Looked like he's been eating good, but hopefully he's on track. They said, like 2 or 3 weeks until he will be back going.
2 or 3 weeks until you get traded?
No, apparently
he don't want to play there. So I won't be surprised if he goes somewhere else.
Yeah, no, it's true. I don't know. I mean, I just think though that maybe it was a bad angle. Maybe it was the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? But he was looking not in the best shape.
He in New Orleans, man. He didn't get out of there.
Yeah, exactly. Them beignets and everything like that.
Man, you can't help but to eat out there.
But I don't know though. I wanted to ask you guys though, in general, right? Like the Zion Williams like experience or whatever the heck. Like what do you want to call it? Like his first couple years in the league. Like what would you grade him? Like what do you think he's at right now, considering everything, the hype and everything?
He's done better than I thought he would do.
Yeah,
I thought he's gonna come in and be okay, but I think when he's healthy on a good team, I think he'll be pretty good. So he's a good player to me. Not no Hall of Famer, but like an All-Star. I think he'll be one of those.
No, I agree. He's unstoppable in the paint. I think, and I hate all these ratings and stuff they do nowadays, but according to NBA, I think he scores the most points in the paint or something like that. The kid is unbelievable, and if he ever gets in top-notch shape, he's going to be a superstar. But so far, he's had terrible coaching. So that's the first thing. And like you said, and he's unhappy playing in that city, and he will be traded either mid-season or after this year. But to me, he's awesome. To me, he's going to go down as one of the all-time great power forwards.
I hope you're right. I mean, I agree. I just want to see
You said
even
all
more,
time.
but
You
I
talking
guess
about like a Charles Barkley all time great?
I'm talking Sean Kemp, Charles Barkley.
No, I would say
Spurs.
I was gonna say
Tim
like
Duncan.
a Sean, like a Sean. No, I would say a Sean Kemp, like a Blake Griffin type. I didn't think he would be a Tim Duncan Barkley type.
I think he can do it
This
all.
is my opinion.
He brings it up and down the floor. He shoots it. He's physical. He's dominant. He rebounds. The only thing he doesn't do is sell popcorn.
We'll see. Ugg says he's yet to prove anything. Needs to get in shape and play a full season.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying from the talent I
From
see,
what you've seen,
if he gets in shape, he's gonna go down as one of the greatest power forwards ever, as long as he gets his eating under control. I have the same issues I have, so I'm not picking at you.
But yeah, Trevor says his health is gonna be his Achilles heel the rest of his career. I do think so too. We'll see how it works out, but I am wishing the best for him. And if he goes to a cool place like that would be dope to see, because he has just been kind of like, over there. So we'll see though. Ben Simmons, the latest reports on him is that there's no timetable for his return and that he's not accepting. 76ers are trying to offer him help with his ailments, as he's, he said is his mental state. They're not, I guess he's not accepting that help. He's getting his own help, but there's no timetable for his return. I'm just wondering, do you think he's going to play again for the Sixers, or are they just going to trade him at this point?
I think he's going to play a couple of games, then he get traded.
Just to show that he still got a little bit.
It's something like a James Harden type thing, you got to play a couple of games to get over it, because for him to go and talk to the team, all that kind of stuff. So why would you do that if you're not going to play?
True.
So I think he's going to play. Like I said, I don't think he'll last. Like Pop said, I think during the season he'll get traded somewhere, but he's going to have to play a couple to see what he got. So
yeah, I agree, Marcus. I think he's probably going to play some games to show that he still can play, because they've been talking stuff about him the whole off season. But it's so sad for me. I've been a Sixers fan my entire life, and I'm so disgusted with the entire organization right now. I can't even watch games. When I see that they're on, AJ's like, "Oh, the Sixers are on." I'm like, I can't watch, because Embiid has pissed me off running his mouth. And when I watch him play, he's doing nothing to help the team win. Doc Rivers, you're a disappointment. And we went and got Morey, and what have you done for us? Nothing other than draw a big fat check. So to me,
get fines too.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed with the entire organization.
Is Elton Brand still there, or did he leave?
He's still there, but he's the general manager. But Morey, is the trade wizard guy. So to me, I think the whole organization screwed this up. They should have came out and supported Ben to either make this work, or should have traded him while his value was there. But they've mucked it up, and now the guy's not playing. He's under this mental health crap. I don't know how it's going to end up, but to me, I won't even watch the games. I'm so angry at the organization, and I've been a fan my entire life, but I'm disgusted with them right now, and I hope they clean house and maybe let Dr. J or Maurice Cheeks or somebody with some class come in there and run the organization.
Allen Iverson, he said he wanted to be on the staff. He said if they asked him, he would love to do it, but they haven't asked him. What do you think about that? You think he'll do good or no?
He doesn't have the smarts. He can teach some people how to play, but he can't run the front office. No, he doesn't. Let's just be honest.
He'd be the first
run the front office. He could be a foul clerk.
It would be dope.
We didn't say front office, but like he could be like a recruiter or something. And player development.
That's where the issue lies to me. They screwed up the Ben Simmons thing, and now Morey's sitting there saying this might take 4 years to get resolved. He doesn't even have 4 years left on his contract. So how's it going to take 4 years to get resolved?
Yeah,
I don't understand that. So to me, they have mucked this up. We had a championship caliber team, and they have screwed it up. And if they let Ben go, they're certainly not going to get anybody of that caliber back at this point. So you're probably going to end up with draft picks, which means we go right back downward instead of the upward spiral we were on. It just irritates me, because I felt like the Lakers and Sixers should be facing off a couple of times in the next few years for the title. And the Sixers have screwed up their end of it, and that starts right at the top to me. So it has nothing to do with the players themselves. It's the management staff screwed up. They didn't put a gag order on Embiid's fat ass, excuse my language there, folks. And Doc Rivers didn't do his job last year. He didn't coach up to what he should have done. I'm sorry, but you don't sit there and have somebody bake pies all year, and then when the big dance comes, you say, "No, I'm going to put you on the grill, and I want you to grill 700 ribeyes to each person's specifications." They're not going to be able to do it.
I feel you.
Could I ask Pops a question, A-Dub?
Of course.
Pops, who is your top 4 all-time Sixers?
Man, that's really tough. But Dr. J, of course, is
Uh-huh.
number one. There's no question about that. I think you have to put Moses in that top 4 because he helped us get a title. You got Mo Cheeks. There's been so many great players up and down there, but that's 3. Do you count Wilt? I don't, for the brief time he was there. You know, I mean, he wasn't there for the majority of his career.
I did it on purpose. I thought you was gonna say AI. You ain't even. You it's not.
I'm not sure he's in that top 5. I mean, again, well,
You
I'm
still
just being
talk-
honest.
I think
you
so.
have Mo Cheeks. You have Andrew Toney. Andrew Toney is one of the greatest shooters in the history of basketball.
Okay.
You know, you have Bobby Jones, who's one of the
Players
greatest
were
defenders
stupid.
in the history of basketball. You had Daryl Dawkins. You had. There's been
Oh, I
so
forgot
many
about
great
Daryl Dawkins.
players that have gone through what's his name? George McGinnis was one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. He was there. They've had a lot of great players. I'm not sure Allen Iverson is in the top 5.
Golly. Okay, that's all I
I
wanted to
think
ask
you
you.
should.
I'm not
Because you
sure.
know more than I do, so I just wanted to see.
I wouldn't
if
say
you was up
that.
there.
But I love the Sixers, and AI was a tremendous player. I wish he would have accepted coaching a little more. He probably would have been better, but
Okay.
just a raw
He's
guy.
a raw
yeah.
talent. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
He beat
Anthony, I think he's being funny right now. He said Clarence Witherspoon. I remember Clarence, but I don't think he was
Another great
he's
player.
not top 10 though, is he?
No, not quite our top 10. What was the shooter we had?
But see,
Hawkins?
I was waiting for you to see if you were going to mention Barkley, or was he not there?
Yeah, Barkley. I mean, there's just so many that you go on.
I got
and
you.
on and on.
I got it, yeah.
The Sixers have a class organization, and they've always had great players. They should have more titles than they do, but they've had some great ones over the years.
Well, they have a class organization, but I don't know if the fans are always so classy. I did want to ask you about this one too. We put up here the other night. I think it was last night actually. The Trailblazers were playing the Sixers, and they were chanting "We want Lillard" when he was at the free throw. That was a rumor way back, that they might get Ben Simmons over there or whatever for potentially for Lillard. Apparently Lillard's not happy there either, but it looks like he's staying put, and definitely Ben Simmons doesn't have the value anymore, unfortunately, since the way things went. But I did think that was pretty interesting. But their fans are crazy though. Like we talked about, they boo Santa Claus, so they'll boo anybody. The Philadelphia sports fans are kind of wild.
Last question: would you have taken James Harden straight up for Ben Simmons last year, or you think they should get on taking him?
Sadly, I would not have at the time. I said absolutely. I told AJ I don't want Harden on our team. I felt like he would have screwed up our chemistry. Now with the way things are going, I wish they would have traded him for some popsicles or something. Get something in return, because I'm not sure they're going to get anything at this point. Like you said, they've talked him down. He can't play. He can't do this. He can't do that. And then the way he's acting, is he going to get a decent player in return? I think they're going to end up with draft pick. They're going to send him to Oklahoma City for a couple of first-round picks. That's what's going to happen. And then Oklahoma City will deal him to a decent team. That's what's going to end up happening.
Well, hopefully, we'll see. Anthony Weston, what real quick, Jaylen Brown's for Simmons straight up. Would you do that?
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though that wouldn't be fair before, but yeah. All right. Oh, Trevor did, speaking of the Thunder real quick, he did say that the Thunder's new city jerseys are fresh, minus the ugly Loves logo. And the Nike did bring out all the jerseys for the 75th anniversary, and they look pretty dope.
Loves must be getting a lot of money, because they be on
everywhere. I think they started there. They're deep out there for sure.
Man.
So yeah, but Trevor says we don't want him. Trevor holding down the Thunder contingency. So, and then let's see, Bobby. He said, Bobby had to be on daddy duty, but he's here now. Appreciate you being here in the building. You know what I'm saying? Handle that.
Don't give him too much of a hard time, Bobby. Don't be too hard on him, man. We all were there.
It was just Halloween. You know what I'm saying? He probably had some extra sugar, some extra candy.
Yeah, that's all it
was.
was.
Okay. So
give him another chance, man. Uncle Marcus got your back, man. Like, give him another shot.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be too hard on him. All right, so that was pretty much NBA talk, though. It is surprising to see the Suns and the Bucks both kind of down low in their respective conferences, being that they're coming off the championship. But like we talked about, it's so early on.
And
You can't
look
really
at
say too
the
much.
Chicago Bulls are the number one. That's not gonna last. They'll be number 6, 7 during the season. So,
And I got to shout out Strizzy's Miami Heat. They're looking pretty tough so far. Jimmy Butler's playing well. Tyler Hero's playing well. So I just got to make sure I at least put that in there. You know what I'm saying? Since Strizzy isn't here to hold that down, the Heat are doing their thing. But yeah, we'll see how this thing really works out long term.
still
The
early.
Wizards, I don't expect to be up there. The Knicks, maybe, but yeah, we'll see. But let's see these last NBA comments real quick. Anthony Weston, the Mavs City jerseys are pretty cool. I kind of want to go through all the Nike jerseys. That would be tight. Bobby said he's going to give him a slight pass since we have his back.
Yeah,
And we
thank
did.
you.
We did talk about rugs, Bobby. And yeah, that's just just a terrible situation altogether. So, all right. I think we'll move into our last topic before we wrap this thing up. We appreciate you guys rolling with us, and yeah, let's get it popping. Let's do this next one. Let's go.
So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports. All right, other sports. The most pressing issue is the World Series, of course, going on right now, the potential deciding game right now. So the Braves are up 3-0. It is the top of the fifth. And if they get that,
I blame Pops on that because as soon as he said, "Oh, they're gonna win," and they go hit the home run, so I'm like, "Come on, man."
Was it Solar?
Yep.
Oh,
Sure
it was.
Yep.
Hey, we've been rooting for him though, because that's an ex-Kansas City Royal, and you know what I'm saying, he was our guy, big power and stuff, but he just couldn't hit. So he got to go to a contender.
I hit another
so we'll
home
see.
run. They just hit another home run.
Oh
It's
no.
over. Yeah, Swanson just hit another one.
Oh man, now it's 5-0. Dang.
Ah!
Top of the fifth. So yeah, the Astros will have to have a big comeback if they want to make it.
Well, last game we were down 4-0 too. They hit a grand slam in the first inning, but this is a fifth inning, so that's a different ball game.
Yeah,
but I think this one's over with though. I used to like the Braves. My grandpa before he passed, he was a Braves fan. So in '95 when they had McGriff, they had Chipper Jones, Lopez,
yeah.
They had Andrew Jones, they had Brian Jordan. All those guys, they had the three pitchers. They had Smoltz, Gavin, and Maddox.
Tom
Glavine.
Oh yeah, Greg Maddox. Yeah, that's right.
So that whole team, I watched every game during the season and all that. So I don't feel too bad. I think my grandpa he'd be happy they won. So either way, it's a win for me. But I still want them Astros to win.
There you go. See, that's good silver lining. And for sure, I kind of I have ties to Atlanta and Georgia in general. So I've always kind of liked the Braves too. Hank Aaron is the man and all that. So, and I've been to
exactly.
Turner
That's
Field.
another reason why. That's another reason why. Hank Aaron.
I mean, just even the hat logo is just classic. So, and I've been to Turner Field probably the most out of every game, except for the Chase Field here. But that I've been to a lot of games there. So that's what's up. So
and I know they wanted to win in Atlanta, but they got to win in Houston this time. But
yeah,
it'd be nice to win on the 44.
Yeah. And Anthony says, "So Larry, why couldn't the Royals figure out a way to keep him?" It's because he couldn't hit. He was hitting like 150. he was way below the Mendoza line, so they just had to let him go.
Yeah.
So, but sticking on the baseball topic, I did want to show you guys this. We haven't really talked about this. So in the lower left-hand corner here, we have the new logos for the Cleveland Guardians. They officially took down the name the Indians on the stadium. I think it was today. So that construction is beginning, and they're rebranding, to the Guardians. I don't think we really talked about this. I want to get your guys' opinion and the Slackers' opinion on what do you think of the name and the logos and stuff?
I think it's cool, but I'm trying to figure out why the Redskins couldn't get a team by now. These guys did it that fast, And I'm just wondering, are you going to change everybody else? We got a special guest coming in. Like go to him.
Oh right, yeah. Let's see. I don't know if they're going to change everybody else, but yeah. But hold on one second. Let's get a quick check in real quick. We got a field reporter on the scene. Field reporter on the scene. What's good, Strizzy?
What up?
Nothing much, man. What's going on? You doing all right?
Yeah, man. Everything's straight. Let me see if I can figure out how to get this
must get that
microphone to work.
It's working. You sound good.
Yeah, you're sounding good.
Okay, cool. I could barely hear y'all. That's all.
Oh,
okay.
okay. Well, do you
I
want to
can't
check
hear
in?
no more.
Oh no, see that
Hit too
was
many
well.
buttons.
Hey, we got Strizzy on the podcast. You know, it's official. He was here.
He made it in.
Check him off on the roll call.
But
We did
I
get the
had a
check-in.
quick question too about the name change stuff like that. So
Uh-huh.
when the Braves are doing good, you know, they're home and saying is that racist too?
That's what I think. I think that they shouldn't really do the chop. Like, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, if you don't start doing stuff, I'm like, but can you stop the Braves from doing it though? They've been doing it for a long time.
You can't really.
stop,
you could ask
you
them not
can't.
to, but you can't really stop it.
Yeah. So I was wondering about that. Is that more too? That's a kind of a war call, like a
Right.
some kind of war cry or something like
and
that.
And that is the interesting topic too. I'm gonna put Strizzy back in here real quick. That is the interesting topic though too. Is that like
that was my bad? I accidentally exited out. That wasn't even the Wi-Fi.
Oh, really? It wasn't? Okay. So
Yeah.
you're doing good?
Yeah, I'm straight.
Okay. So we were just talking about the Cleveland Guardians real quick. And I was just saying how it's very interesting that like the Chiefs and the Braves have basically like kind of like escaped the pressure for these because there's kind of like a positive spin on it versus like the Indians, the Redskins, and things like that where it's like negative. So I just think that's interesting. I think that the Braves could be next and the Chiefs could be next, but I just don't see them changing because nobody's like really, there's no outcry about those. So
true. And I think part of it too is like that actually makes a lot of sense though. Like, and I think the reason for it is because, you know, Redskins sounds a little bit more racy, right? The Indians sounds a little bit more racy, whereas like Chiefs
the Blackhawks
and the Braves, not so much. So maybe to be respectful, maybe they change it. But I'm kind of with you. I don't really. I think they can get away with those two.
I don't know. Pops, what do you think though?
To me, I believe in tradition. To me, the Washington Redskins are the Washington Redskins, and that's what I'm going to call them forever. The Cleveland Indians are the Cleveland Indians, and that's what I'm going to call them forever. Squaw Peak is freaking Squaw Peak. We don't change things to be politically correct. That's what they've been. What did you play as kids? Cowboys and Indians. How is that negative? That is not negative. I don't like it. And to me, they will never change. AJ knows I call the Redskins the Redskins.
It's the football team.
It's Squaw Peak. The Cleveland Indians will always be the Cleveland Indians. So they can change the name, but they can't change my heart.
I feel that.
But Pop, what some Native Americans actually like that they don't appreciate that? Would you like respect that? Or are you still like?
Why would I care? They get their damn checks. You have your land. I'm sorry, but no, this has nothing to do with that.
Because it's just a separate thing to you.
Life is what it is. I like those names. I'm not changing.
Don't ever change. You never change either. Okay.
Tell
you're gonna be 90 years old, still calling Redskins, huh?
Exactly. And Squaw Peak is Squaw Peak.
But I don't think it should change the Braves or the Chiefs because somebody else kind of mentioned it too. Like if you take everything about Native American out of the sports, then they have no kind of staple in it no more. You change all the names. So I think they should keep some of them there. You know? So that's what I think.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of
cool. I feel you. And it's like
some people said Chief was negative. So again, it's all how you want to look at it. But to me, who on this call didn't play Cowboys and Indians growing up? I mean, as a kid, how's that a negative?
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
So
but
Cowboys
I think
and Guardians going forward. I mean, give me a point.
Cowboys and Guardians. Well, the Guardians is a separate thing, and that's why I put that statue on there too, because Cleveland has these statues of like they're like the guardians of the traffic and stuff like that. So I guess the Guardians is like has been a thing in Cleveland before, but I don't know.
And you have those people too who have like a bunch of souvenirs like that with maybe Cleveland Indians. So it is erase their stuff and it's not worth anything no more.
Well, no, but I think they were talking about doing something where they would like switch out the shirt, like and give you like a new shirt or something.
No, I'm saying you go to some people's house, their whole house might be full of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff. Like those kind of people like that, you can't just get rid of that, you know. Still, like Pop said, it's still gonna be Redskins.
You can't change the movie
because the Redskins won Super Bowl, not the football team. So
right, yeah, I don't know. Anthony Weston says if they change the Braves, they're definitely gonna change the Chiefs. Bobby says he still calls the Chargers the San Diego Chargers. It's different.
I think we all do that from time to time.
But yeah, and then Bobby did say though that cancel culture is so wild. I'm surprised that not any teams can find.
That's a fact,
that's
Bobby.
True.
That's true, Bobby.
That's true.
Straight up.
Facts.
Kelly said they just need to come up with something cool to replace the chop so fans will buy in. And I do think if they try to replace it, you know what I'm saying, trick them.
That tradition though, man, it ain't gonna
Yeah.
change, man. You know.
Yeah. Trevor said it's gonna be more on eBay, just like my bottles of Aunt Jemima syrup. I still got one box of Aunt Jemima in the kitchen.
I do too. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm never getting rid of it.
Hold on to it.
Always keep it.
Exactly, and it's just like Uncle Ben's rice. How the heck does a man go from being a slave to being on the have his picture on the cover of a white people's rice company, and that's degrading? What is wrong with people? He's a star.
Did you also? I know we keep going on, but did you also hear that think about changing the term bullpen from baseball?
Oh
too?
yeah, Peter's asking them to change the bullpen. That's other sports. So
now, who's that offensive to?
Bulls. They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? It reminds. Peter did make a campaign. They did make a campaign to change the bullpen, the name of the bullpen, because it is degrading to animals to call it a bullpen.
The Chicago Bulls are gonna change to Chicago some shooters or something. I don't know.
Gosh. Okay.
For reals.
So,
all animal mascots need to be changed due to PETA.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Trevor says I need to kick it with Pops. This is more what I need more in my life.
Georgia Bulldogs gonna be the Georgia Peaches soon.
I gotta say this real quick. I'm still pissed off that they changed the name from the Washington Bullets. You know, I still want that back. What
That's
the heck
true.
is the Wizard?
It should be called Chicago Bullets. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, they'd be more regional. Yeah, exactly. Take it there. Oh man. Okay, last topic though for today is the AP polls, college football. You know, Georgia did their thing. They stomped out Florida. Pops has got the Georgia on today. That's what's up. But yeah, so we see the rankings there. But I did want to talk about the actual college football playoff rankings. The first ones came out today, and so the top four is Georgia, Alabama, and then who was it? My bad.
Oregon.
Sorry.
No, you have OU wrong though. OU is number 8.
So it's Georgia, Alabama, Michigan State, and Oregon are the top four in the college football playoff.
Oh,
and then, sorry, and this was like the AP polls.
Oh, okay.
So the AP polls still kind of matter. That's what people go off of, but the college football poll will now kind of take over because that college football playoff poll is what's going to determine, you know, the top four and who gets into the playoffs. So, well, I didn't have time though. That just came out like this evening, so I didn't have time to update with that. But we'll start. Yeah, we'll start using those rankings moving forward. One note though, Cincinnati in the college football rankings moved all the way down to 6 in the college football playoff rankings. So they see their schedule and stuff like that. They consider it differently who they play, so they're way lower in that. So we'll see.
And they saying Cincinnati won't make the playoff because of their schedule and who they play. So they said they'll not make the top 4.
Right. The way it's lined up now, they probably will not make the top 4. So
yeah,
I don't see Oregon making it either. That's embarrassing.
I know. And I think Oklahoma should move up there because they are undefeated. I'm surprised they're not in the top 4 for being undefeated. So
yeah, I think honestly, I think the rankings right. And the funny thing is too, like Oklahoma has actually looked pretty good with the quarterback change. And I get it. It's the same issues we had last year with, you know, Ohio State being in it when they only played like 6 games or whatever.
Right.
That's the reason why Bama's in it. I don't think Bama should be there.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully they get their second loss, you know what I'm saying, pretty soon. And then that really won't matter.
I'm making a face at you as you Triz. I know you can't see my face, but I'm making a face at you talking about Oklahoma.
hey, look, I get it. You don't like Oklahoma, but it doesn't mean they shouldn't be there. I think Cincinnati should be there if I'm being my thing is, I don't think Oregon or Bama should be there
because
Michigan
they just
State
simply because the losses,
Michigan State
right?
made a pretty solid case, and they're still undefeated after they just beat Michigan. But
okay, but Strizzy, let's be honest here for a minute. You put Alabama and Michigan State on the same field, what's going to happen?
Yeah,
Michigan State's going to go home in shame. Yeah. Alabama deserves to be there. They're the second best team in the country.
Exactly.
I get it. And I don't disagree with you, Pops. But, like, when are we ever going to get to the point in college football where other teams who deserve it get a chance?
When those other teams get better.
They're undefeated.
when Oregon gets
they're
better.
undefeated and they're also beating top teams.
Play somebody.
But Strizzy, if you get to Cincinnati the same schedule as Alabama, they ain't going to be undefeated right now.
Exactly.
Maybe. I think and for being honest, too, I don't think not being honest, but I don't think the SEC is even as strong as it's been in the last couple of years.
And it's still better than everybody else by at least 2 leaps. You know, it's just like Notre Dame. What a joke. Notre Dame is not going to beat anybody real in the playoff scenario. Why are they in there every year? Why are they in there
I don't even think Notre Dame's ranked anymore.
No, they are
up there.
They are.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I see what you're seeing, Strizzy, and I think that contingent is growing a little bit louder, and I think that's why they're going to end up expanding the playoffs. The playoffs is going to be 8 teams or 12 teams, and there'll always be those teams that didn't make it that you'll want to, but I think that's where it's headed, just because there are more teams out there that want to get involved, and I think that.
Sure.
Even if it's right or wrong, people do grow tired of seeing Alabama in it every year, Ohio State in it every year. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll
and
see.
the thing is, like, so like, and to Pop's point, and even Marcus's point too, like, I get it. Bama's good. They're good every year. They're strong every year. But you know what I mean? Like, kind of like you said, just expanding. I think it's time to expand the playoffs because there are a lot of teams who a lot of people think should be in and they're not getting in. And I feel like every year it's just excuses as to why.
But I think they also continue to make excuses to expand it. Somebody said we should go to a 64-game tournament in football, like the NCAA.
That's too much.
Can't do that.
That's why.
But to me, my thing is, if these teams won again, it's just like UCF. Oh, we should be there. We're undefeated. Well, then play somebody. Oregon, schedule Alabama and Georgia next year. I know you can't do it next year, but schedule them. If you can beat both of them, then you'll be in. Until you can beat teams like that during the regular season, you can do your little week schedule out there in the Pac-10 or Pac-12, wherever you're at. You can do that all year. But everybody in the world knows that the SEC is far above every other conference. What does the NFL draft from? The SEC. Everybody else is below that. So, again, if those teams want to get in, if you want to see fresh blood, do something about it.
And
stop talking about it.
And to piggyback off of that, that's why Oklahoma and Texas are coming to the SEC. It's going to be even stronger now, too. So
exactly.
I think it's going to be dope. Kind of Trevor was on the same lines, though, Pops. He said the other undefeated teams need to play tougher people if they want to be in the top four. Kelly
That's
says
really
Strizzy, he's skeptical.
The SEC. They know now that if they just do well in the SEC, they have a chance to get in the tournament. That's where the action's at. I'm sorry, but
even though the first 4 years, when we do come in there, we're going to get killed. But I ain't looking forward to that.
But it'll take a little bit of adjustment. But Missouri did it like pretty quickly, actually, too. So it'll be okay.
Yeah. I actually think they'll be all right. I mean, depending on what a lot of those teams do. I mean, like LSU is falling off.
And you're gonna
falling off.
You're gonna get
a lot of these
recruits
SEC teams,
too.
Auburn, they're all falling off. So we'll see.
Yeah,
but
Oklahoma's going to come in strong.
But just and to defend the SEC real quick against you, Strizzy, they still do have the most teams in the top 25, and the Pac-10 only has 1. So it is kind of different. But I don't know.
For sure. Again, I'm not disagreeing with any of you guys. I don't disagree.
Yeah, no, but I feel where you're coming from too. Mom says an 8-team playoff would be cool.
I even think 6 would be fine. I don't even think it needs to be 8. I just feel like there's literally always like 2 teams on the bubble that like could be in. You know what I mean? It's like, and they're always undefeated. I'm with Pops though. Like UCF or whatever. Like nah, not so much.
And again, to me, if they do expand it to 6, number 5 and number 6 is going to get waxed in their first game. So you can do that all you want to make it more appealing to people or whatever. But the bottom line is, in order to win the championship, you have to get to the level of beating teams in the SEC. That's the bottom line. And Clemson did it. How did they do it? They went through Alabama. That's what you have to do. So to me, it's all about be like the SEC.
Yeah. Well, so I'm excited though. Speaking of the SEC, the Georgia did clinch their spot in the SEC championship game. So December 4th, we in there.
It's clinched already?
Yeah, they did clinch their side of it. So we'll be playing whoever comes to the other side, probably Alabama. So I'm already looking forward to that date. They got a couple more games they got to get through before that. Can't lose sight of that. But I'm excited.
Who y'all want? I want Alabama, or y'all want somebody else?
I want Alabama. Let's get.
You ain't got no choice after all this talk. We just talked.
No, I want Alabama.
You ain't got no choice, fam.
I want the best team that's out there.
Yeah, and especially because if we get Alabama in the SEC championship game, we could potentially get them out of the way of the playoff and just go through.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, and either way, like I'm not saying that. Either way, it's a win-win because if we happen to lose and our only loss is to Alabama, well, guess what? We're right up there still. So, but that's not going to happen. We're just going to go ahead and get them out of the way right away. I feel like that's the way our season is going. Our defense
knock their ass out.
I'm excited. So, all right. Let's see real quick. Let's look at the schedule real quick because now we're going over an hour with all this great talk. I love it.
Skip to Thursday. Let's go to Thursday. Let's go
Wednesday. Will it happen? Still a question mark technically. Thursday we got the
No,
Jets.
it's not. It's 6-0. They scored again.
Okay, they scored again. Okay, so
What?
Thursday we got the Jets Colts, which is kind of
Okay.
an interesting game, I guess. We'll see if you know what I'm saying. We'll see how
I
the
might
schedule
watch
hangs
that.
up this time. Friday we just got a bunch of NBA and
Good.
NHL action.
Surveys. Perfect.
Thank you.
Cool.
I'm gonna put Strizzy's hand on his business real quick.
Yeah.
Saturday NCAA football. Auburn versus Texas A&M is a pretty interesting game right there, and then LSU Alabama. Only because LSU Alabama is like always just it used to be always like a thing. Is Ed Ogeron, is Coach O gonna have like one last trick up his sleeve before he goes out? We'll see. And then Sunday NFL Week 9, we'll be watching that. Browns Bengals. I thought this was kind of a good game, both coming off tough losses. And other than that, honestly, we'll take a closer look at the schedule, but the schedule doesn't have too many great matchups, honestly, this week. So we'll see. But who do you guys got real quick? Let's do a pick for Browns Bengals.
Bengals.
My bad. Who is it for? Browns and who?
Browns Bengals.
Oh, Browns Bengals.
Bengals.
That's tough. Who's at home? Is it Browns?
No, the Bengals are at home.
All right, I got Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bengals too.
Because Baker Mayfield gonna try to give OBJ the ball a lot. They're gonna
AJ,
lose the game.
Maybe you should be asking Kelly who's going to win that game.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should be asking Kelly. That's true.
For real.
That's true. So,
Hey, Kelly, can I get a cheat sheet?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Can you send yours out for us?
Can you screenshot that to me, please? Appreciate it.
We'll see. Anthony Weston does say the Week 9, Green Bay at Kansas City. That should be a good game, though. That should be a really good game.
Is Adams be back?
He should be. He should be off protocol. So we'll see. All right. But do you guys want to do any other things you guys want to throw out there real quick? Oh, let me see Miguel real quick. Can you give me him real quick? I do got to throw up Miguel real quick. He was going to be the original Cal's guest for Dia de los Muertos. You know what I'm saying? Represent, get your people on your Afuenda, and I'll probably watch Coco later tonight. So that's the couch guest for this week. Definitely want to say what's up with that.
Oh, I got one more thing though. Who's gonna win that fight? I know we all know who's gonna UFC fight this weekend. Usman.
Oh, who is it again? Usman and
is it Khan?
Usman's gonna win.
Yeah, Usman.
Usman's gonna win.
It's that third time fighting, right?
Yeah. So. It is, but I think that Usman's got it. I almost forgot that fight was this week. I should have put that on the schedule too, but also pretty soon Canelo is fighting pretty soon, I think too. So we gotta get that on the schedule.
Yeah, that's this month, right? Like 2 weeks.
I think
maybe?
it's crazy. We should acknowledge it. It's November 1st already. I just can't believe it. Or November 2nd or whatever day it is. It just time does fly by so fast. We'll be here by the end of the year by the time we know it. So just keep your head on the swivel, man. Holiday season's coming up. You know what I'm saying? Santa got to do his thing, so we get the budget right and everything like that. And we'll be with you here along the way every Tuesday.
And Pops, we gotta come at least twice a week now, man. At least once a week because we love it, man. You can't spoil us like this and leave us for another couple
Marcus,
months.
I will come back. I tell you, it's always a
Pops
pleasure
out here teasing.
coming here and chatting with you, gentlemen. It is, and I love it. I can't wait till we get all in the same room. We got to get Weston in town. We got to get Unk in town. I can't wait for us all to get together. It's going to be crazy. We should have our own show.
Yeah, we'll have to do a little vlog
our own
series
TV show.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what's up. We do need to get all back together again and make some things happen. To have a little SLAC family reunion, that'll be really dope. So Bobby says he's got 5 kids starting the Christmas fund for me. Dang, man, you're gonna have to send in the link, man. We might get the link.
We need to buy you a TV.
Yeah, exactly. Something. He also said Coco
you
Go Hard.
bored.
Yeah, that movie is like my favorite movie. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my top 3. Grace says Day to Remember Family. Absolutely. So that's what that's all about. And Anthony Weston said he needs to get out here. So yeah, come on back when you can. And yeah, I think that's it. Pops, you want to sign off real quick?
I just want to say not to be confused with Coco the monkey.
Oh, right. Exactly. We're talking about Coco the movie. All right. Well, that's what's up. I think that's it. That's Say Like a Champ episode 114. Strizzy, I'm so happy you got to join us real quick for for a few minutes. So you got to check in from the field. And it's your boy A-Dub.
Go get some tacos, man. I don't know. I think Trish is he's busy, man. He's a working man. Get your taco and go and have a good day.
And for our special guest, Pops, You know what it is. We'll see you guys real soon. We'll be back Thursday for Secure the Bag. We'll be
Go
back next week to
Astros,
talk
man.
more
Come
stuff.
back, Astros. Come
Game
on,
7
man.
tomorrow. We'll see.
Hey, if they do, or I'm going crazy. So you better watch out.
I know you'll be ready. We'll see. All right, peace. Till next time.
And you say the truth. They open up my eyes.